Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla News episode 211. The refreshed Model 3 raised its own benchmark and won a new award. But Rivian and Lucid are not looking too good. Man, Mercedes is outcutting their EV target in half. And OpenAI blew everybody's mind with their AI videos, but Tesla can actually do the same. And the Cybertruck production seems to be ramping up nicely. And Tesla superchargers are now the latest target from the Swedish Union. And the Cybertruck did very well in a range test, and Tesla is expanding its battery efforts. And we got a glimpse of the Tesla Optimus robot strolling around. All of this and much more in today's episode. Let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
Rivian and Lucid held their earnings call, or maybe more correctly we should call them loose call, a lost call, or something like that, as they are still hammering through cash and no earnings in sight. The one worst off is Lucid, who no longer looks like someone that can be saved. For 2023, Lucid reported a massive $2.83 billion in loss, up from $2.56 billion reported in 2022. Year-over-year revenue dropped from $608 million in 2022 to $595 million. So really peanut numbers in the automotive industry. And they only sold just over 6,000 units in all of 2023, even though Lucid CEO Peter Rawlinson said at the end of 2021 that they were on track to hit 20,000 units in 2022 and 50,000 units in 2023. And Lucid also said they were guiding for 90,000 in sales in 2024. But they changed that guidance for 9,000 units instead in 2024. So 1/10 of that target they set just 2.5 years ago. They are going to miss their target by an order of magnitude in only 2.5 years. Imagine if that had been Tesla. They would have been killed by everyone. But Lucid did burn another $747 million in free cash flow in Q4 of 2023. So as a result, Lucid's liquidity position weakened to an alarmingly low $3.9 billion as of December 2023. According to AJ, given Lucid's significant cash burn rate, an estimated safety minimum of $2.5 billion, Lucid will have to raise additional capital by June 2024. But with the slow ramp, in order of magnitude slower than what they predicted, and losing about $377,000 on every vehicle they sell, and their production is actually quite a bit higher than the deliveries with the very small amount they actually produce. Also kind of alarming, so I have a hard time seeing who would ever invest more in Lucid, as this seems like a sinking ship. I can only see Lucid survive if the Saudis want to put more money into the company, which seems like a bad idea. But of course, Peter Rawlinson just received a big bonus of $6 million because Lucid revealed their upcoming SUV that might never be produced. And people judged Elon's pay package when he achieved something everyone thought was impossible and absurd, and then Peter gets $6 million for running the company into the ground and missing their target they gave just before they went public by an order of magnitude. Sure, let's give that man some more money. What a weird world we're living in. And Lucid is only making something like $150 million a quarter, but loses over $700 million a quarter, and they don't expect any real growth in 2024 either. So it does look pretty grim for Lucid now. They are basically already bankrupt. They just need to announce it later this year, unless the Saudis is going to bail them out. But Rivian is doing a bit better here in terms of production and units sold, but it's also hammering through cash. We do see Rivian's steady climb in unit sales, but unfortunately, Rivian is only guiding for 57,000 units in 2024. That is only a growth about 13% for such a small company. That seems way too slow, even though their CEO RJ said that the Rivian will have a positive gross margin in Q4 of this year, but that is hard to believe when they are still losing over $1.4 billion a quarter and only expect to grow with about 7,000 units in 2024. That seems a bit overly optimistic, but even AJ did have to do some big swallow after he said that on TV.
I want to be very clear that the fourth quarter of this year, we will be positive gross margin.
So let's see if Rivian can turn this around with the production upgrades they have planned for this year, but it seems unlikely they will be able to get a positive gross margin by the end of this year, but time will tell. And there is more trouble for legacy automakers, as I believe they are making some critical bad moves right now. Mercedes-Benz is apparently also seeing EV demand slowing down and will therefore update its ICE car lineup. Oh boy, this will, in my opinion, be a very expensive and bad mistake. Mercedes was one of the legacy automakers that actually had a good plan. The company, which has been preparing for an all-electric sales by 2030, with a little caveat in their target of where markets allow. So they had a little exit all along, but had a good plan, but now Mercedes is altering this plan to a really bad one. Now they're saying it expects electrified sales, including hybrids, to account for up to 50% of total in 2030. That is a big difference from their original target. That is cutting it in half. The CEO Olav Kelinos cautioned towards the end of last year that even Europe will likely not be ready by 2030 for all-electric lineup, with multiple studies showing customers were holding back for a range of reasons, including lack of charging infrastructure and appealing electric models. Yeah, for your EVs, as the best-selling car in Europe last year was an electric one. But I guess that was actually an appealing EV, the Tesla Model Y, and it of course had a sufficient charging infrastructure, the Tesla Supercharger network. The problem is probably more that Mercedes EVs are uncompetitive. But Mercedes CEO is trying to make this sound almost positive, as he said, it's almost like we have a new lineup in 2027 that will take us well into the 2030s. Nope. If Mercedes thinks there will be a big market well into the 2030s for their ICE cars, I think they are badly mistaken, and therefore leaving at least 50% of their market share up for grabs, as it even includes their hybrids that probably nobody wants in 2030. So fun how Mercedes is seeing a demand problem while someone like Volvo, which is also in the premium and luxury segment, doesn't see a demand problem for their EVs, as Volvo CEO said a couple of weeks ago. And he also said that they hope to take some more market share. And if the other guys are slowing down, I can easily see Volvo grab some of that market share that someone like Mercedes now is putting up for grabs this decade. So we might have a situation in which Mercedes will shrink to 1 million units instead of 2 million units, and someone like Volvo could grow from their 700,000 units and get closer to maybe 1.5 to 2 million units. I personally think it's a big mistake from the old guys slowing down. But again, not easy when the electric cars you are creating are not competitive and they are losing money on selling them, so they want to slow down to make their financials look good in the short term, but I think this will be a fatal mistake. But I think there are some really big issues that shows us that the old guys have already lost the game. But I will make a video about that next week, so stay tuned for that. So, unless you have been sleeping under a rock, you have probably already seen the new videos OpenAI has released that the AI created from nothing. and how insanely good they have become. They are not perfect yet, but have become very, very good, and especially if we compare to where we were just 1 year ago. We saw these weird videos with Will Smith eating spaghetti, and I think most people thought it would be a decade or two before we saw something useful from AI. But as I have tried to explain in a couple of other videos about Tesla's AI, is that AI learns exponentially, and why I think Tesla getting to this point where their full self-driving system is 100% controlled by AI is such a huge deal. I think Tesla will have their ChatGPT moment here in 2024. But this is not only me that is thinking that. Brad Gerstner was out trying the Tesla full self-driving version 12 for the first time, and he said he also thinks this is going to be a ChatGPT moment for full self-driving.
I got to take a ride in full self-driving 12.
How was that?
It was mind-boggling. I think this is going to be a bit of a ChatGPT moment for full self-driving. But what it just reminded me of the magic of this moment. Tesla rebuilding their models for how they do self-driving around imitation learning and all this interesting stuff going on over there. Like, I think they probably made more progress in the last 12 months than in the last 7 years.
Wow, that's a big statement.
In terms of what's going on there. And it's going to be rolled out here. It's already rolled out to, I think, 5,000 people. And so, people are going to start experiencing that. And I think we're having more and more of these moments.
Right.
Because this substrate we're going to talk a lot about today, AI, and just the compute, what it unlocks.
And people often forget how far ahead Tesla is in this game. As Elon replied to Dr. Know-It-All's post on X, Tesla has been able to do real-world video generation with accurate physics for about a year. It wasn't super interesting because all the training data came from cars, so it just looked like videos from a Tesla, albeit with a dynamically generated, not remembered world. So Tesla can already do what OpenAI Sora is doing, but the difference is just that Tesla's training sets comes from its vehicle's cameras. Therefore, the world it is creating looks just like the 8 cameras from Tesla. But it would not be surprising if XAI or Croc came out with something like OpenAI Sora by the end of this year, as Elon also wrote on X. We have been short on training compute for full self-driving, so haven't trained with other videos, but certainly could. We'll do it later this year when we have the spare capacity. So Tesla's AI is capable of a lot more than just driving our cars, and Tesla is already deep into AI and training neural networks. And we will see a lot more coming out over the next couple of years. But I think people are underestimating Tesla's full self-driving software that is also 100% AI controlled now. The pace of improvement here will only accelerate from here on out, and autonomy could be much closer than most people think. I think 2024 is going to be a very interesting year. So many are talking about it being a boring year for Tesla, but I think it will be a very good year for Tesla because of all the things we will see from Optimus, full self-driving, and Tesla's AI in general. And if you want to hear my AI voice talking about all the AI that is going on right now and about the new released OpenAI Sora videos, check out this week's video where I dive a bit deeper. Link down below. But the AI news of the week doesn't end there, as Figure AI, I have talked about before, also backed by OpenAI and Microsoft, is raising about $675 million in founding rounds that carries a pre-money valuation of about $2 billion according to the report that has leaked to Bloomberg. Even Nvidia is one of the investors, as well as Bezos himself. So a lot of big names are putting money into Figure AI and really just legitimized humanoid robots. So if you still think humanoid robots are decades away, I think you should change your mind. The race is on and the time is right. And let's squeeze in the last short news topics into this news show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla Shorts. Cybertruck production ramp seems to be going smoothly, as Joe Tagmeyer shared on X. He could see just over 100 Cybertrucks for the first time was visible at Giga Texas this week. So nice to see some progress on Cybertruck's production. And we finally got to see that Cybertruck that had been fitted with tracks go for a spin. Now that is a beast. But that was not the only crazy Cybertruck video we saw this week. Tech Rex made a water test video driving through very deep water, and the beast handled it like a tank, no problems, other than the buttons to open and close the bed covers didn't work after the testing. So maybe they took it a little bit too far, but hopefully they can get them working again, as the cover itself works just fine. And the Cybertruck continues to be the celebrity on the streets. Everywhere it goes, people are taking pictures and videos. Can't remember the last time a car got this much attention. It is truly a driving billboard. And Tesla continues to make the cars more affordable, as they posted on X. Making the world's best-selling vehicles more accessible is critical to Tesla's mission. Model 3 now starts at $329 a month, with only $2,999 down. Damn, that is cheap. But it's not only Tesla that are making some good deals for the EVs. As Car Dealership Guy wrote on X, the EV deals are becoming legit insane. One of my followers just leased a freaking 2024 Audi e-tron GT for $600 a month. This is a $110,000 vehicle. That's a $36,000 discount. He put $8,000 down via trade-in, 2-year lease, 10,000 miles per year. Now that is a good deal. Tesla superchargers are now the latest target in the Swedish labor conflict, as a union in charge of servicing, planning, construction and connecting EV chargers said it will no longer acknowledge the company's needs beginning on March the 4th. So just once again, it is not Tesla's employees that are striking, not Tesla's employees that are unhappy with their jobs or their salaries or their working condition. It is only the union that wants Tesla to join their club, nothing else. And to target Tesla superchargers, I think could backfire on the unions, as this could piss off not just Tesla's owner, but everyone else, as Sweden is one of the countries where Tesla allow non-Tesla EVs to utilize Tesla superchargers, so it also affects those driving an electric car from another manufacturer. So this could hurt everyone, including people's goodwill towards the unions. But Tesla is not only cutting prices, but are constantly adjusting prices of their vehicles, something the old legacy automakers can't do, as they are selling through their dealerships. And in the US, the Tesla Model 3 long range with the white interior option sees a minor price increase of $250 and now costs $47,740 before options. This is the third increase since launched in the US in January. Seems to be good demand for the refreshed Model 3. And to people that thought solar would never work, well, Alex shared a nice little chart about solar deployment's exponential growth. As you can see on this chart, the first terawatt took 22 years to install, but the second and the third terawatt installment combined will only take 5 years. And Tesla appears to be using the Austin suburb of Kyle to expand battery efforts. Tesla's job posting currently lists 3 positions for Kyle related to cell manufacture as well as supply quality engineering. The post mention a production area and manufacturing area and note that the workers will scale up the production of battery metals. A position for a supervisor position also mentioned the role will include developing on Tesla's newest manufacturing teams. And Vauxhall, also called Opel Lotus plant, is to manufacture electric vans in the UK from next year. Scope for up to 100,000 units per year, so that's very nice to hear. And according to Jeff Lutz, Nvidia's CFO mentioned xAI on a small list of leading innovative generative AI partners. So it seems like Nvidia sees Elon Musk AI company as one of the leaders in the game. And as Elon wrote on X, perhaps it is now clear why xAI's grok is so important. It is far from perfect right now, but will improve rapidly. Version 1.5 releases in 2 weeks. Rigorous pursuit of truth without regards to criticism has never been more essential. Amen to that. And Scott Walter shared this picture of a feature on the new refreshed Model 3 that no one else has been talking about. The new latte ledge, or Starbucks shelf, or coffee corners, or Java crypts. I think I prefer the coffee corners. Nice one. And Ryan's Model Y shared a little video on X, also about a feature of the new refreshed Model 3 that I have not heard anyone else talk about.
Something that is really impressive about this car is the increased connectivity. So cellular and Wi-Fi data is about twice as strong as we're getting in the Model Y, which actually makes a huge difference to your experience using anything that's connected to the internet. Super impressive to run speed tests and see that physically in action. And then same thing with mobile connectivity, low cell service in the Model Y and a much stronger cell signal for the new Model 3. So when Tesla made the statement that they've increased connectivity for Wi-Fi and cellular, they're absolutely right. We've always struggled to get software updates for our Model Y because it won't reach the Wi-Fi router. I don't think you'll have that problem as much in this car.
And Tesla is now factoring in battery age to give an increasingly accurate driving range. So that is nice to see them taking more and more into the calculation of the range in the car to get closer and have a more accurate range estimate. And Edmund made a range test of the Cybertruck, and the test revealed some impressive distance on a full charge. Not in the first article though, but thanks to X community notes, Edmund had to change their article from Cybertruck not meeting the range to actually going further than its range estimates. So nice to see community notes doing its job and getting the truth out there. Because in the test they used a dual motor all-wheel configuration of the Cybertruck, which packs 340 miles on all-season tires, according to Tesla. However, the Cybertruck used in the test had normal as shipped tires, which gives the pickup an estimated of 318 miles of range. And the range test seemed to go according to plan, as the Cybertruck did 334 miles of travel, better than the 318 miles the Tesla list on their website. In fact, the Cybertruck driven by Edmunds was void of the aero wheel covers that are designed to help improve the range with a more efficient and effective drag coefficient. So it seems like Tesla is delivering on the range they are listing on their website. And Zach shared on X, just clicked over 200,000 miles on my Tesla Model 3 performance. This car has been nothing short of incredible. Thank you, Tesla team, for building such a great car. Have taken this car to so many awesome places around the continent. What an epic car so far. Amen to that. And Tesla shared on X that Tesla has now installed over 600,000 Powerwalls and counting. Just a car company, right? And Elon shared a new video on X about Optimus walking around the factory. And yes, Elon's video quality was not very impressive, but Optimus' pace was. Maybe this is because so many is trying to copy Optimus at the moment. But if we compare it to the other version we saw walking around less than a month ago, the walking pace has definitely quickened. Nice. And Tesla's Model 3 has raised its own benchmark by winning the 2024 Drive Car of the Year Best Urban Electric Vehicle under $100,000. I think we could even say best car under $50,000 as well. Not much comes close to this car right now. And we are still waiting for the Model 3 performance version that we know is coming, and that Tesla's engineers have said it's going to be something special, and Elon has told us that Tesla had to put a lot of things on the shelf when they originally made the Model 3 performance as they went through the production hell, but would add all of those things to the new performance. And I have also made a whole video about how I thought the Tesla would come with a plaid version of the Model 3, and that seems to be the case. Now we also see the Model 3 performance camouflaged in the street with new seats with the plaid logo in the seats. So everything points at a very special plaid Model 3 on its way. Can't wait to see what Tesla has been cooking for us with this version. So yet another great thing to look forward to here in 2024. I will leave a link down below to my video about the plaid version I made back in September 2023. And Tesla shared that they have built over 500 chargers in their car park at Giga Berlin for employees, visitors, and guests. All chargers are public and free to use. Any location out there offering more? I don't think so. And Sapphire Designs made this cool Cybertruck render that makes a Lambo look a little dull. Hope someone will make this design into reality and make the Cybertruck even more of a head-turner than it already is. And before we end up with a bit of fun, I just want to make a quick shout out to my newest supporters of this channel. My new YouTube members, William Keys and Andrew Burgett. Yes, thank you so much for your support. I am doing this all by myself, but you guys are all the producers of this new show. Thank you. And let's end off with a bit of fun. With all the AI learning like us humans, let's just get a little reminder that it's not always easy to learn new things. Like this little girl trying to learn the word happiness.
Happiness?
Happy penis.
No, happiness.
Happy penis.
Happy penis. That is all we have time for in this new show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help this video out a lot so others can find it on YouTube. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. And if you're already a subscriber to the channel, thank you so much for the support. But if you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of this channel or become a member of the YouTube channel to get a shout out as some extra perks like early access, ad-free versions of my videos, exclusive videos. So hit the members button or check out Patreon to find out more. And don't forget to follow me on X. I post pretty much all the news as it comes out and a lot more. And check out the merch store to get some merchandise and support the show. It is also possible to support the show without becoming a member or a patron. There is a donation option down below or on my website bestintesla.com. You can also become an executive producer and get news articles, exclusive videos, behind the scenes, and access to all my research charts and spreadsheet also on bestintesla.com, or as simple as hitting the super like button. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.